For Chapman, I forgot to ask you yesterday, and you're probably not going to know it off the top of your head, but you have a client, Thomas Toll.
Toll, yes.
Toll. And it's set for a plea and sentencing in June, I believe. And I was told that he's not making his court-appointed payments, so you can just talk.
I can reach out to him.
I don't know if it matters, because quite honestly, your bills are usually very good. And you put down the deposit, but.
How much was his deposit?
What?
How much was his deposit?
500.
Probably going to be pretty close. I don't think there's been anything significant in his case that sucked up a lot of time.
But he's gonna need to pay court costs and things and whatnot, but just, oh, but that's an OWI third, but I don't know, just a reminder.
I will give him a call.
Alrighty, are we ready? In 25 CF 106, State of Wisconsin versus Jacqueline Anderson. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Daniel Chapman, Defense Counsel in person, as is Ms. Anderson. We're set today in this matter for a plea and sentencing. The parties have reached an agreement. Mr. Chapman, can you please recite it for the record?
Your Honor, Ms. Anderson will be pleading to the possession of methamphetamine charge, and there will be a joint recommendation for a withheld sentence, 1-year probation. The drug paraphernalia charge will be dismissed and read in.
All right. That's the agreement that you've reached, Ms. Anderson?
What's that?
That's the agreement that you've reached?
Yes.
All right, I have in front of me the plea questionnaire waiver of rights form. Did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes.
Do you understand it completely?
Yes.
And did you sign this document?
Yes.
It says you're pleading guilty to 1 count of possession of methamphetamine. You're 56 years old with 11 years of schooling. You can read.
59.
Excuse me?
59.
Oh, you're 59.
Did I write 56?
You wrote 56.
Sorry.
May I change it to 59?
Yes.
All right, so 59, 11 years of schooling. You can read, write, you understand the English language. No drugs, alcohol, or other medications in the last 24 hours. Is that all correct?
Correct.
Your attorney went over your constitutional rights with you, is that correct?
Yes.
And they're listed on the first page of this plea questionnaire. Do you understand them completely?
Yes.
Do you need me to go over them with you in any more detail?
I don't think so.
Okay. And so you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yeah.
You understand that the state would have to prove on or around July 11th, 2025, that you possessed the substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and that you knew or believed that substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $10,000 or 3.5 years of incarceration, or both?
Yes.
You understand that there's an agreement for 1 year of probation, but I don't have to follow that? You understand that?
Yes.
I could sentence you to any sentence that I feel is appropriate, which could be the maximum penalty if I deem it necessary. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
What was that?
Do you want to enter a guilty plea
Yes, please.
still? Did your attorney go over the criminal complaint with you? And that's that original charging document where it basically says what happened and why you were charged that day?
Yes.
For the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine because you're guilty of possessing methamphetamine?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to plead guilty today?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
Yes.
and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has your attorney represented you competently?
Yes.
Has he answered all of your questions?
Yes.
Has he looked at this matter thoroughly?
I think so.
And so he's talked to you about any, whether or not he thinks that there are any defenses or a lack of defenses in this case?
No.
Yeah, well, did he go over, if you go to trial, then we can prove this, or we can say this?
Oh,
Did he do those kinds of things?
yes.
Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes,
Do you have any questions for the court or for your attorney before I proceed?
no,
All right, then as to count one, possession of methamphetamine, how do you wish to plead?
guilty.
The court, oh, do you understand you're pleading to a felony? You would no longer be able to use or possess a firearm for life?
Yes,
No voting in any election until your civil rights are restored?
yes,
And now you wish to plead guilty, is that correct?
yes,
The court will find that your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty. Count one, count two will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument and sentencing recommendation, Mr. Schmidt.
I think the court should follow the joint agreement as listed in the questionnaire. This is a person who is today 59 years old and she has no prior convictions. So even the conviction on its own is already going to be a significant consequence to here. This case involved another person named Orville Simon who passed away subsequently after this. I think she has good knowledge of how dangerous controlled substances can be. I think that for a first-time offense ever, this is an appropriate disposition. So I'd ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chapman.
I believe she actually has 2 prior DWIs, but it is her first felony conviction. And she did do an alcohol and drug assessment. Strangely enough, Miss Anderson told the alcohol and drug assessor that she has not used methamphetamine since she was in her mid-20s. Might be true. Assessor seems to think there may be some denial going on there. Either way, I believe it's an issue that probation can address. But yes, for a first-time offense, for a simple possession of drugs, I agree this is appropriate. And I would point out that if it wasn't for her cooperation with the police, she probably would have walked away from this. She gave consent to search. She gave consent to enter the garage. They weren't even there looking for her. She was just the person who was in the home and sure, you can search me, and they found the meth.
Okay. Ms. Anderson, anything you need to know? You need probation?
What's that?
You need probation? What do you think?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't deny taking it.
No,
What-
I know, and you're sitting there and I can tell that this isn't a great experience for you. I know that, and
I've had a hard life.
and tell me about it.
My kids,
What's going on with your kids?
I'm being tortured.
She's been the victim of some
Person is
domestic
Jason
issues.
Tashney.
All right, so I understand. All right, the great thing about my job and the bad thing about my job is I remember a lot of things and I have a lot of things up here and I can connect the things. I understand. So you told the AODA assessor or counselor that you have not used methamphetamine, but you're pleading guilty to methamphetamine. It's possession, and you know, your attorney, and you're nodding your head, yes, your attorney went over all of what
Yeah.
it means to be in possession and to be charged with the crime. So you understand that, right?
Yes,
And so that's why you're pleading guilty, right?
yes.
Okay, now, be honest with me and tell me, what issues do you have?
I give somebody's got my house bugged. I'm not allowed to own a phone without somebody tapping into it.
Okay. So there are some things that, it sounds like perhaps, maybe some counseling? Is that something that could help?
Yeah,
Maybe something like that,
I do have a hard time talking to people.
okay? But maybe I know talking to an attorney is not easy sometimes, but you were able to tell Mr. Chapman what was going on and what you're thinking and feeling, right? And that's a yes? And so
Yes.
you think you can open up to a counselor?
Yeah,
And that could help?
I think so.
Okay, because I was.
What would help is somebody, whoever, leave me alone.
Yeah. I understand that. So it's sounding like I was leaning towards not having probation. But it sounds like maybe the services and maybe having an agent talk to you and help connect you with people that may be able to help you is a good thing.
I
Right?
tried reporting it.
And so again, you may not have AODA issues. That might not be what we're looking at, but maybe there's some mental health here where you can go to a counselor and you can talk about all that's going on with you, and work through that. And then a probation agent can help set you up if there are other things that they can concentrate on and look at that can assist you in your life. Okay. So here, knowing all the facts now, and this is why I like to know all the facts and the totality of the whole situation. So I do think that this agreement is appropriate. Okay. And so I will follow it, and I'll do 1 year of probation. I'm doing an imposed and stayed. This will never in my life be a prison sentence. Okay. And this isn't even a very lengthy jail sentence. So did she sit any time in jail?
One moment, Your Honor.
2 weeks.
July 11th.
I think it was about 2 weeks.
Okay, it's gonna get me the exact date so that I can put that on the record.
Cash bond was required. Looks like it was posted on July 23rd, so the 11th until the 23rd should be 13 days.
13 days of jail credit. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to do 1 month imposed and stayed. All right, so if you're revoked, you have a month imposed and stayed. On probation for a year, they can help you out, do some things. Absolute sobriety, no alcohol, no illegal substances. I am going to order a mental health evaluation. That's going to the therapist, talking about the things that are going on, and they can help direct and find some things and services to help you, okay? Because it sounds like you have some issues, personal things that are going on that you need help sorting out and figuring out, because it looks like it's overwhelming you a little bit and that it's very heavy on your shoulders. And you're shaking your head up and down saying that that is all correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so the mental health evaluation, and perhaps, I don't know if a psychiatrist is needed, because you take all medications as prescribed, because maybe there is something that can help with your anxiety, help to settle things down a little bit, okay?
I can't even get to the doctor.
You don't have transportation? I'm also gonna order that through probation, they talk to, I think, ADRC or something of that nature, because they can help assist with transportation for medical, for groceries and those kinds of things. I believe, I'm not certain, but that's something that I think that they can help with, or they can direct you to other services, and a probation agent can help with those things as well, setting those things up. So those are the things that I am going to order. And I wrote it down. How many days did you say, Mr.?
13.
13 days of jail credit if you are revoked. You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you lose that right. I'm only going to assess the DNA surcharge of $250 here. I'm waiving the court costs and fees. I think you're going through a lot right now, and to put on a financial burden may be too much. So we have the $250. Oh, and you pay Mr. This is a court-appointed case. He's really good at billing, so I don't believe it'll be too substantial, but you'll just have to continue to make your monthly payments until that is paid off, okay? But otherwise, I'm waiving the court costs and fees. I do need to order your DNA. You need to go to the jail as soon as we're done here today, provide your DNA. You would have the ability to request it be expunged through a written letter to the Department of Justice, not to me. It's easy to do. You can Google it or ask Mr. Chapman if that's what you wish to do.
To do what?
Request that your DNA be expunged. Have you ever heard of CODIS, the CODIS system, where they have all the DNA and all the nation and all those things?
Yeah.
With crimes, they take your DNA, but you have the ability to request, hey, I want that expunged. I don't want that in the system based upon this crime. The Department of Justice, the Wisconsin Department of Justice gets to decide that, not me. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So you can do that. Firearms, no possession of firearms for life, no voting in any election until your civil rights are restored. If you fail to pay your fines, fees, or attorney's fees, a civil judgment will be entered against you, and you could sit up to 6 months in jail and have a warrant. Okay, so it's very important you pay your fines and fees. Mr. Schmidt, what am I missing?
Nothing, nothing from me.
Mr. Chapman?
Nothing else, Judge.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned.